Well, he was an academic All-American football player for the University of South Florida, but despite having NFL training camp offers, Ryan Gilliam traded in his cleats for a suit and became a self-made millionaire by the age of 30. Now he can add author to his list of accomplishments. We welcome him to the show. Welcome, Ryan.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
So the book your book right here in front of us called The Cost of Greatness, which, both of us with some football background, it sounds a little bit like coach speak, you know?
That's exactly what it is.
That's where it comes from?
Yeah, a lot of coach speak. Playing football, pretty much having my background in that, I just tried to develop that and channel it into the marketplace.
And so, it's a great example of you had a chance. A lot of football players think they're going to play in the NFL and don't listen to the advice given to them by their mentors saying, hey, get good grades and think about a business. So you came right out and said, you know what, I'm going to go start my own businesses, and you got a handful of businesses going, right?
Well, I had a great mentor, okay? Had a great mentor, Leroy Selman, Hall of Famer. He's as decorated in the business world as he is in the NFL. And he told me very clearly, hey, you got to have a plan B. And I was, wise enough to listen and follow instructions.
So you get out and you kind of go, all right, I'm gonna start a business, but that's not for everybody. You talk about that in the book, that everybody coming out of college right now, of course, a lot of people out there walk out with their degree and are like, okay, who's got my 60 grand? Yeah. But you say starting a business right out of college, not for everybody.
No, everybody is not for the entrepreneurial life, okay? It's a lot of ebb and flows. Some days you don't make money, and some days it's really stressful. However, if you're going to start a business, I encourage people to do it while they're young, because they can learn from their failures. And at the end of the day, if it doesn't go the way you plan, you have a lot of time to make up for it.
Right. We were just talking about that. If things do fall apart, you still got 7 years to get your credit back. Yeah, you have 7 years to get that bankruptcy off your credit. But it doesn't always have to be that way. And something else to talk about, paying your dues. Yep. In football, we talk about that. The freshmen or the rookies come in, they got to pay their dues, whatever. But in business, a lot of people don't think about it. They come in, they want to be the boss, they want to tell the boss how to do the job, but they don't think about paying their dues when they get there.
Well, for me, I don't think people really understand how I achieved success so quickly. I literally followed instructions of people who had been there and done that. So I had internships and externships. I sat in coaches' offices and a lot of CEOs' offices and listened to them. So I was just emulating. And when you do those things, when you are okay with the entry-level job and working your way up, it's not surprising that you have success, because you have some experience and wisdom going along with that youth and talent.
Yeah, that's coming from you. Said you're 30, 31 years old?
31, just turned 31.
So, the millennials get a bad rap right now, because everybody says, oh, the millennials are all coming out feeling entitled.
Yeah.
And if you're watching millennials, there are some of you that think that way.
Yeah.
But are you finding this to be true as you go around talking to different people?
It's two sides to this, like everything else in life. You have some folks who are extremely dedicated and passionate. They're living with their parents to pay off student loan debt. They're trying to save for their business, or maybe purchase their first house. And then you got the other side who aren't as focused, aren't as driven, and they're taking advantage of some things. And it's sad that millennials get a bad rep because the majority aren't making the best choices.
Right. Yeah. Too many participation trophies.
I hate to say it, but you're right.
Yeah. Because to achieve greatness, whether it's football or in business or in anything, sacrifice is what the coaches always talk about. And in business, you got to sacrifice things to get there. And so talk a little bit about, what you sacrificed to get to where you are right now.
So while everybody was going out, I was at work. When everyone else was going on trips and on Facebook talking about, look at me, I was at work. And they had some really good upsides financially. I'm in a better position right now than a lot of other people my age. However, I paid a cost with that with my family life. I have 2 small children and a wife who will be married now 9 years next month. And
congrats.
Thank you.
She's right here taking pictures.
She's right there. But they didn't always like the time away at the office, working 60 hours a week, and sometimes more. But you do what you have to do.
Yeah. And so, and looking back as we're wrapping up here, anything you would do different in those months right after graduation?
You learn from failure, and I had a lot of failure to learn from. But I think at the end of the day, there's no shortcuts. You have to work for it, but if you're willing to work for it, you can achieve anything you want to.
All right, real quick, where can people get your book?
thecostofgreatness.com. It's available for anybody who wants to see it, and if you want to continue the conversation, you can find me there as well.
Check him out, folks. Check him out, folks. Love your energy, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate what you're doing. We'd like to thank Ryan for sponsoring this segment. For more information about his services or his book, visit thecostofgreatness.com.